5 years ago, some of the best episodes of the entire show that no one thought would ever happen came out. These are Mike's Whistle, Tit for Tat, and Useful Railway. These episodes are amazing. Never ever did I think we would get adaptations of railway series stories again, but we got them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about each of these 3 episodes and tell you my overall thoughts and opinions about these episodes. Mike's Whistle is a pretty good episode. It starts off with the introduction of the alresdale engines, which we didn't really get in Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasure. It's very nice to see these engines, and honestly, I was very happy to see them get episodes. It felt so natural, honestly. I mean, it was like, I didn't realize it at the time, but until someone pointed out to me, I was like, those episodes seem oddly familiar. And I was like, yeah, they're railway series adaptations, of course they are. Oh my gosh, how did I not notice? It has something about Duck. Thomas is shoehorned in all these, which is fine, but I mean, at least they give him a reason. But like, Duck boiled an egg on his whistle, like, I don't think that was part of the railway series. I really do enjoy Mike getting roasted over and over again. That just is so cool.
They shouldn't try. Then why do you? I was talking about Duck. Unlike him, I have an excellent whistle.
If I had a whistle like yours, Mike...
Honestly, yeah, these are amazing.
What?
The episode,
honestly,
they give you an introduction to Mr. Fergus Duncan, which you don't think we got in the railway series, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I'm pretty sure we got in, like, the Island of Soder book, but really, that's really it. Honestly, which is really interesting that they actually did it. Mr. Fergus Duncan is a pretty cool character. He is a railway series returning character, which we got in season 20, believe it or not. Like, I think a lot of people forget about that, but like, Flying Scotsman, Mr. Fergus Duncan, yeah, we got a few, honestly. Mikey, Rex, and Bert weren't the only ones. Well, like, yeah, Flying Scotsman did appear, technically appeared tenders, but you know what, whatever. Mr. Fergus Duncan's pretty cool. Mike pulling the coaches is pretty funny. There is a gag with like one of the passengers basically losing his teeth over and over. That's pretty interesting. Mike honestly just whistling and everything's kind of funny. Like, it is similar to what's the one with Duncan losing his whistle? I know that's where Headmaster Hastings got his username from, like the one with Duncan the musical and kind of thing.
Nothing wrong with my whistle.
I don't know, there was a lot of episodes about Duncan in season 6. Yeah, honestly, really interesting story. Very nice. You can see, when Mike loses his whistle, it's like, it goes throughout the whole story, and just feels right. It just feels justified, honestly. When Mike loses his, like, when the passenger's cheering, yeah, there's a whole gag throughout the episode. It's actually really interesting. The animation, you can tell it actually was animated by 2 different companies, Arc and none other than Jamfield, because Arc went bankrupt. You can actually see, really nice story, honestly. There's a few gags throughout the thing. It's very nice. Like the birds crashing each other again, very nice. Extremely nice attention to detail throughout this episode. There's a lot of cool stuff throughout it. And yeah, I love how the driver and fireman appear. Like, they have pretty big roles throughout this. Yeah, honestly, that's really it with Mike's Whistle. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Amazing episode. One of my favorites throughout the whole show, for sure. But not as good as tit for tat. Tit for tat is amazing. It is indeed an amazing episode. Tit for tat gives us an explanation of the alresdale engines once again, which is fine considering that they only got one episode, and we've gotten how many explanations of Thomas over the years, and no one cared. So honestly, it's okay. We get introductions to the characters again, and but it's a bit different though. It's not like the exact same. It's not stock footage or anything, which is really nice. We also get to see the Reverend W. Audrey in this episode, who we did see in Sort of the Lost Treasure, but I really like how he appears in this episode. I really like this episode, Little Railway Show. Honestly, the Railway Series book is a pretty nice one. You can actually see him taking photos across the railway of different engines, and honestly, it's really nice. It's honestly, this episode is, you can just see how he takes photos, and when you see the Reverend W. Audrey talking to Thomas the Tank Engine himself is just amazing. Seeing the Reverend W. Audrey, Thomas's creator, talking to Thomas himself is really nice. There's only been a few other shows. I think
to visit the
some
miniature
shows,
engines, but we might have to wait.
I'm pretty
until
sure where
tomorrow.
the creator has
I don't
talked
think
to
we'll get any more nice pictures
the
today.
main character. Some Disney TV shows.
It rained
that are based off of the film.
all night.
But
the next morning,
it's really cool to see this in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Weather.
The episode starts out with Rex and Mike literally laughing at Bert, which is understandable considering how dumb that was. Oh my gosh, you can't be that stupid, can you really? Honestly, you can see Rex and Mike don't even get really that much screen time, but Bert does, honestly. They could have, I don't get why the Reverend W. Audrey and Teddy Boston did not go ahead and take photos of Rex and Bert and Rex and Mike, but I don't know. Honestly, that's kind of a flaw, but honestly, it's more of a nitpick than anything because this episode's already amazing. Tit for tat, and then Bert's really enjoying it, and then all of a sudden he just gets splattered in mud. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. For real though, honestly, one of the best parts of the whole episode. It was the Railway Series illustration is just amazing to that, and honestly that always caught my eye. And then the fact that was recreated, that's when I knew this was definitely that was always one of my favorite.
Forgive and forget, Bert. It was an
We'll
accident.
take up the offer.
Can I pick you up on that offer of a ride in your tender
he
now,
offers
Bert?
him in the beginning
well,
because they were
I'm
so
not
kind,
sure
and I was
about
nah.
that.
But then the driver was
after
literally
all,
just
of course
nah,
you
you can't do it. Honestly, it's really funny, this episode.
Bert was
These
still
episodes are
brooding
really
to
funny.
himself.
I know how to pay him
At the
back.
end, when Bert just splashes them in mud, he's like, I wish the thin one could come with
I
us.
wish the tall one was here too.
Honestly, it's just hilarious. And then of course he gets in trouble.
But
The
they
thin and
splashed
fat
me
clergyman
first, sir.
You look
clean him
smart
up,
again,
and
like you did in the morning.
and then he says, well, and then the narrator says, I don't.
By the time Rex and Mike came back,
But and then
was
basically
looking as
Rex is
shiny
even
and
gonna
clean
put me on
as he
movie
had been
pictures
in
on
the
television. And then the thing is, it's a Railway Series adaptation, and then he winks at that, and it's this is really cool about that. And then
You were covered in
really
mud.
nice, and it gives Teddy
I
Boston
was,
more of a
but
purpose
they
to the
cleaned me up
plot,
again.
in my
They're
opinion.
actually very
Because
nice.
maybe
They're
he's
even
a
gonna write
film
about
over that
me in a
episode.
book
I don't know,
and
honestly.
show me off in
but
moving pictures
really nice.
on the television.
Really
too.
nice. The mud is a
Don't be
bit.
silly.
I don't know.
That's never gonna
I guess it's
happen.
kind of
He
dry.
must
I do
be
not know,
having
but
you on.
honestly, this episode is amazing.
But it
10 out of
did
10.
happen.
One of my favorite episodes. In fact, my favorite episode of CGI. Now, let's talk about Useful Railway, the final episode. Useful Railway is also very good. It is my least favorite out of the three. However, that doesn't mean it's bad one bit. It's still a 10 out of 10 episode. Useful Railway is about Rex. Rex takes the wool as they want the wool. Honestly, this episode feels like a good finale to the alresdale saga, and is a very nice finale to the Railway series book that these 3 episodes are based off of. Rex has a nice episode, and I like how I like his Rex's personality. He doesn't really have that many flaws. He's very furious, but we can see him get his comeuppance at the end, which is really nice. Rex's epic crash at the end is just amazing. I know it's slow motion and he wasn't really that damaged at the end, so Farmer Willie's nice, he did appear in Mike's Whistle, but here we can actually see him have a role, and the crashes, oh my gosh, yeah, honestly, it would have been better if they did not put in slow motion. It did become a pretty popular movie in 2017. Honestly, the crash was pretty nice. Rex is just like easy peasy lemon squeezy, and then he just gets his comeuppance, and honestly, it feels nice because Rex has really just been Rex has been a goody two shoes for the last 2 episodes. Seeing him get his comeuppance is honestly kind of cool. Anything else? Honestly, this one, does Thomas even appear? I don't think Thomas really has that big of a role. Yeah, no, Thomas does not have a big of a role, honestly, in this one, which is pretty nice. Honestly, the only one where I have a flaw with Thomas's role, the only one where Thomas's role feels forced, but it's not too bad, is Mike's Whistle, because, Thomas says, oh, I'm picking up ballast from a branch line, so that's a pretty good excuse, not like Thomas being on the main line for no reason, like in the Hit and Miller era, so, that's good. Thomas, at least it's justified, but that's really it about, Useful Railway. Pretty nice. Honestly, I really like when they come help him, and then when it's really nice end to the saga, and honestly, a pretty nice end if it was the finale of the show. Pretty nice to get the alresdale Railway engine, to get a Railway series adaptation nice. Sadly, though, the show went on, and here we are with Wubba. And then we got worse and worse. Here we are with All Engines Go. However, never overlook a little engine, except those ones. All Engines Goes terrible. Honestly, I'm planning on doing a rant video. However, this video is way funner to make than a rant video. In a nutshell, these 3 episodes are amazing. Some of the best episodes of the entire show. And some of the best episodes of the CGI series, if not the best. These adaptations are amazing. Some people complain that they weren't that good, but honestly, it's a 9-minute runtime. The fact that they were able to extend these episodes longer is amazing. And the fact that they were able to get these 5-minute stories to 9 minutes is pretty cool. And honestly, I think that they're sort of better than the original. I mean, a lot of adaptations aren't that good, but I think Andrew Brunner did an amazing job. I wish the Reverend W. Audrey got credit for writing these episodes, but oh well, whatever. At least I get that Andrew Brunner did a lot, so I don't know. Anyway, that's really it. These episodes are spectacular and are amazing. I highly recommend you watch them if you haven't, which you probably should have. And yeah, that's really it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.